And our next story is about something that consistently lands world leaders in trouble: hot mics. This time, South Korea's president was the victim. He was caught criticizing US lawmakers for stalling legislations, that too in pretty uncharitable terms. The government has come out with an interesting justification, but unfortunately for them, nobody is buying it. So what exactly was the president caught saying, and why do leaders repeatedly end up spilling on live mics? Our next report telling you.
The microphone. It can be every politician's dream tool. But if they are not careful, it can also be their worst enemy. Just ask South Korea's president, Yoon Yeol. On Thursday, he met with US President Joe Biden. The two leaders talked about electric vehicle subsidies in the United States. After the chat, Yoon was caught mouthing some not-so-diplomatic words. Just like that, the mic became his enemy. President Yoon did not want his statements to become public. It was just a frank chat with his aides. Unfortunately for him, there was a hot mic in the vicinity. Everything he said was broadcast to the world. Soon, the controversy snowballed into a diplomatic incident. South Korea's opposition accused Yoon of tarnishing the country's image. His office went into damage control. The Korean government says Yoon was not talking about the United States. They say he did not even utter the word Biden. What he did say was a Korean word that sounds similar to the US president's name. Full marks for creativity, but the damage was already done. Hot mics have landed leaders in hot water before. Remember this little chat from the 2019 NATO summit? That was Emmanuel Macron with Justin Trudeau and Boris Johnson, heads of government by the day, teenage gossipers by the night. They were discussing Donald Trump's impromptu press conferences in London. Needless to say, Trump wasn't impressed. Joe Biden himself had a hot mic moment in January this year. A reporter questioned him about the rising inflation numbers.
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son.
And sometimes the hot mic moments are even more controversial, like what happened in 2012. Then US President Barack Obama was meeting outgoing Russian President Dmitry Medvedev. They were discussing missile defense treaties when this happened.
My last election, yeah. After my election, I have more flexibility. Yeah. I understand. I transmit this information to Vladimir and understand what.
Nothing to see here, just two nuclear powers casually discussing missile treaties. Such hot mic moments often dominate the news cycle for a few days. The late-night hosts make jokes out of them, but 1 week later, people move on. Until the next leader takes over the hot mic. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.